Hey, what's up guys, Rado here with Dirt and Iron. Today we are going to work on my WR450. We are going to switch WR ignition mapping into more aggressive YZ ignition mapping. And this is the mod that every single one of you can do at home in your garage for free. We're gonna look at it today in the details, so stick around. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that button below and jump on the board. The chances are you might like it here. I got videos like this every week and I'll do my best to keep you guys motivated. WR450 and 250 comes restricted from the factory. In my last video, you can find it below, I'll put in the description, we remove a throttle stop. So we allow the throttle to rev higher. In the WR450, actually comes with a different ignition map than your YZ. It has exactly the same CDI box, but there is a different map, and that map is caused by one wire only. So today we are going to remove the wire. Now, why WR comes with that kind of map? It's to meet certain standards. It's to be able to be sold with a green sticker, to be sold as a trail bike, opposed to a straight motocross bike. So WR has from the factory comes with the throttle stop. So you are not using a full range of RPM. Let's just say that we are able to use 60% of the RPM. So that 60%, the WR ignition map is made for those 60%. So if you remove that throttle stop, now you are reaching the additional 40% of your range, of your RPM. And your WR map is not made for that kind of timing. Doesn't have the timing advance that you would need for that kind of high RPM. That's why it's very essential. If you are removing the throttle stop and if you are now using a full potential of your throttle movement, so you are using that, let's say more 40% of your RPM, you also need to do this mod to adjust your timing, because in the high RPM, you need that YZ timing. I did a little research and I found out what Yamaha has to say about this WR and YZ timing. So here we go. The CDI unit is the same for both YZ and WR models. The gray wire matches the ignition map to WR and it shorts the throttle stop to limit RPMs. This is done solely to allow the WR to meet drive-by sound restrictions. By swapping to YZ throttle stop and disconnecting the gray wire, the WR can now access the YZ ignition maps that allow ignition timing that matches the wider throttle opening. There is no lower rev limiter per se in WR CDI. The limitation comes from the stock WR not being able to have its throttle open completely. Disconnecting the gray wire simply allows the CDI to use the YZ ignition curves that provide high RPM timing advance not available with WR stock setup. Besides meeting the noise restrictions, the thinking is that WR being a trail bike, most riders won't miss that high RPM capability. And those that do, well, it's there if you want it. So this is what Yamaha has to say about it. If you want it, if you want your WR to have a little more power, a little more life, it's not difficult to do that. They actually sell a kit. They call it JYTR de-restriction kit that includes everything and tells you exactly what you need to do to turn your WR more into like YZ kind of bike. There is one more thing that my bike doesn't have, that's AIS, air injection system, I believe that's how the abbreviation goes. And that AIS system also is there only to pass the smog and being able to be street legal or green sticker. My bike didn't come with it, that's why it's not green sticker but red sticker. But the majority of WRs, I think from 2005 up, has that AIS system. But Yamaha is selling JYTR kit, which is over $100, that will give you everything you need to delete all that smog stuff and allow your WR to ride really sweet and has a lot of power. I got WR 2004 year, so this connector is on the right side under your tank. You need to remove seat, tank, shrouds to get access. Once you get access, all you need to do now is to get some screwdriver, pop this open, pull it out, and now you got 6 wires into a connector. And one of them would be gray, that's why we call it the gray wire mod. And it's the middle wire between white and blue and red and black. You can either cut it and put some insulation on it, or you can remove the whole connector, this pin from the connector, and bend it back, slide it inside into this insulation, and then do some electrical tape to make sure that you don't get any dirt, any moisture. And also what you can do, what I'm gonna probably do, you can put a little bit of silicone right here to prevent any moisture getting inside the connector. I'm going to use this little pick and a small screwdriver. You need to pry this. There is a little plasticky thing holding this connector in place. You need to push it underneath. Once you have that, then you can just get a small screwdriver and try to push this pin out little by little. So remember, see, disconnect that. It's just like little tongue holding it. You can disconnect that and now it comes out. You can see there is something that was preventing moisture and dust to get in. You can just simply pull it out. There you go. So my gray wire is now fully disconnected. I'm gonna fold it, put it inside, put a little bit of silicone here, put some electrical tape around it, and we are good to go. So I just need to cut a big opening here that will allow me to fold it back. Let's see if that would be sufficient. Probably a little bit more. Just watch out, don't cut your wires in there. Gonna slide on the top of the wires once you do the cutting. So I have it like this. Now I put the tape around it and put a little bit of silicone into this hole. There you go. And this is how you access YZMap on WR. It's free, it's simple, it doesn't take a long time, and I think it will give you a benefit, especially in the higher RPM. This was one of the last mods I'm gonna do to this bike. The very last video I'm gonna do is about jetting. I'm gonna install JD jetting kit and JD jetting fuel screw that is very essential for your fine tuning of the carburetor. Right after that, cannot wait to take this bike out for a ride. And I think it will shine, it will ride really sweet because it was a great bike even before. And of course I'm gonna share a video with you guys, and don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.